Wow, position 108.
Welcome, my friend.
108. Good morning, Mr. Indian Wolf.
1 is the first chatter and has been first 16 times.
16 times, my
Welcome,
friend.
Indian Wolf 1.
97. Good coffee. Coffee is important, my friends. All right. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Jack. This is my channel, Jack Space Games. I play space games. Yes, I do. So, loading screen. They always said there are no loading screens in Star Citizen. I guess I was wrong. 62. Well, I don't know, man. 𝗵𝗶𝗁𝗃𝗃010. I guess 𝗙𝗵𝘁 is not at work. He's playing. La 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 la. La la la. How is my friend Indian Wolf today? On this rainy Thursday morning. It's raining here. It's a good time to play games. Oh boy. Come on. Since 4 a.m. Bad icing. Ooh. So I hope my YouTube friends are okay today because I turned off slow mode. He had slow mode on. Let's kill the guy. Man, people are so sensitive. You need some thick skin to make it through life. Oh man, come on. Today is a big day for Star Citizen. 11 o'clock, I think 12 o'clock your time, Indian Wolf, Eastern. We will have a 2-hour live session. The first one in the year 2025, or should I say 2955. And they have to talk about problems. That's actually sad. 2 hours with the big guy from server meshing, Benoit. You know, here's the difference. Elite Dangerous will meet on the 26th, February 26th, to talk about base building and great new stuff. And Star Citizen guys meet now for 2 hours to talk about problems. Man! I want them to succeed. I want this game to work. Right? They should get their shit together finally. It's not so good today as yesterday. Yesterday I was quickly in. It all worked. I mean, couple little issues, but it's really server related. So that's my strong opinion. When the server is shit, the game systems don't work. Servers work everything works. Almost. You know what? I want to turn off this DLSS. Cannot do that now. I also decided not to buy a new GPU. I mean, I wasn't even able to. They were sold out, I guess. I don't even see anything on a website like Best Buy or Nvidia to be able to put it in a cart. So, makes no sense. And many people say you don't have to buy it. If you have a 40 series like the 4080 like I do, you don't need a 5080. They focus so much on AI picture generation and not native picture generation, so what's the point? Oh wait, I might buy me one down the road, used. Yeah, 9 minutes, and we are still not in the game. We heard the promises before. Well, but Benoit, the guy who will be in the live session, he's very honest. He's very honest, and he usually doesn't make promises. He's very good. I think he's the one that actually made server meshing finally happen in 24, sorry. But of course, he has Chris Roberts over him saying, have to release it now. Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, all hail Chris Roberts. I mean, many people, most of the fans, players in the community support Chris Roberts because of his vision. But vision is one thing. Execution is the other. And, you know, with over 1,000 people in the company, way more than other major studios have. Way more. I mean, I think, like Starfield, for example, I think they had only 300-400 people working on it. Hello Games No Man's Sky is very small. I don't think they have 100 people. They had a long time just 20 people, right? Then you have games like what's the game? It's just one guy, and he has some helpers, but it's just one guy. He did a whole space game by himself. I mean, you can check this. I want to show you a... Oh no, we are in. Ooh! Okay. I want to show you... maybe you can follow 𝗙𝗶𝗁𝗃. Join friend. We'll look at... cannot join chart or session because it's full, huh? It says 488 of 600. Okay. Oh, now we are in 149. What's going on, man? What's going on today, guys? Let me go to the... testing chat. Yeah. Not working. I'm in the testing chat on Spectrum, and yep. US 10, yeah, it's dead. Okay. Not good, obviously. Not good, obviously. All right, I'm hopping on 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗁 chart. Crazy, huh?
Welcome, my friend.
Yes. Problem joining, yes.
𝗏__𝗏 is the
know.
first chatter on and has been first 1 times.
Crazy. Crazy.
Welcome 𝗏__𝗏.
Not good. So. I have only one in the queue. I'm trying to join a European server. Not sure. Oh, the music is still the best. Oh, bless you. Oh, we are loading. We are loading in. Finally. What a crazy game. I think I will just quit streaming. I'll come back when 1.0 is out. 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗏.
Welcome 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗏. Thank you for always being here.
I'm on your server, by the way. So we will... I'll just go to the... Oops. First of all, mouse moving. There's always a naked person in 𝗧𝗏. Huh? Crazy. 𝗙𝗶𝘶𝗃! Thank you for the subscription.
𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗍𝗶 just subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Looks like yesterday. Where has this fancy underwear from? Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do a mission. Whew. Okay, today I will try the Cutlass Black.
Welcome to the A-Class Vehicle Retrieval Center.
Trying once again. No. You told me, my friend, that the game is amazing. Right?
Vehicle selected.
No, I'm on your server. I mean, almost 500 people here. As I said yesterday, I think... Oh, okay. All right. As 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗄𝗏 said, this game is no problem. It runs perfect. 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗃 needs to share his specifications of his computer. Maybe it's his computer. Gotta read the next line. Yeah. My God, man, they have big issues. Wow, that's sad. That is sad. Hey! Oh! That's a workaround, but then I would just go to her hangar. Then I'm trespassing. Oh! Oh, shit! Okay. Repositioning player. Well, lady, now you cannot go back in, huh? Oh, come on. Did I just kill and kick myself out of the game? Because I cannot do anything. That's dead. Wow. I don't wanna go to the menu. I'm afraid I'm gonna be stuck here. Man, what's going on? Shit here. Store the 6 and I also doesn't work. Wow, guys. Hoo-hoo. 22 minutes in. Isn't that sad? And I cannot change. Service demo locked while your avatar is still active in game. Oh, man. Yeah, it's going... I'm going on the same server. I cannot change servers now. Yeah, kicked myself out. What's the 𝗙𝗶𝗁𝗍 bug? Hey, it's time to play a different game, guys. That's annoying. Well, I'm gonna watch that video today. You couldn't get in for 3 days? No problem. I'm playing, I don't know, Starfield, Elite Dangerous, No Man's Sky, X4. I love X4. In X4, you can build your own factories and trade ships and just... I was thinking about it, actually. I watched another trailer. They add some new ships this year to the game. And I'm like, man, this is also not a bad game. The graphics is outdated, yes, but the economy in X4 is totally mind-blowing. And Elite Dangerous as well. We can start some trading in Elite Dangerous. But I would have to buy a trade ship, which I don't really want to do because I need my money for colonization when it comes out. I don't have a lot of money in Elite Dangerous. Alright guys, I want to show you 3 new games. I mean, we can do that later here. This is not... Yeah, it is dead. Alt F4. Alt F4. We'll try one more time. And then I want to show you 2 or 3 new games, space games, and then I want to ask you guys to tell me which one we're going to try. Well, the one is not out yet. It's coming October, I think. And it looks very, very promising. Yeah, there's a lot of space games coming out. Good games. Yeah, only 1,500 people watching Star Citizen right now, based on Twitch. It's not a lot. So... All right, back to... Oh my God. Really? All right, guys. I'm not doing this. I mean, we can wait a little bit for this. Are you on the EU server? Let me go back there. But is it the same? The one I was 0.70? 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗋𝗋 is out. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. The one I have been before. Yep. 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗋, man, are you playing at work? Just finished last fight for Pyro Mission. Okay. Yeah, I know that you're out. My question was if you are playing during work hours. Do you have your computer at work? Laptop. Work here, laptop there for 𝗧𝗏. You have rules, watching streams, but no, not playing at work. Yeah. That's good. Good to have some rules. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, but you know, those elevators were not working on that server. Let me try something else. Let's try Australia is in the middle of the night. Oh, you're at home. Well, I hope you feel better soon, my friend. I had a flu for I'm still feeling it, man. I canceled my dentist appointment yesterday because they texted me and said if you have flu symptoms, don't show up. So I called them and said, flu symptoms, no. So I have to be back there in March. Man, now we talk about dentist. We want to talk about games. Yeah, this is one of the streams I have to just unlist after it's done today. Who wants to watch that? That's insane. And 𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗃, you had no issues going into elevators on your server? No bugs, no desync, no 30Ks or... Crazy, huh? You had the same problem? And you just logged to a friend and was working again. So it's not so good as you said, huh? When you write, to be honest, oh my god, man. It's no problem to say there is a problem with the game. I mean, what's the problem to talk about that? Right? Ah, 𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗃. You guys are funny. There's a reason we have a 2-hour live stream today only about those issues. Big issues. You know. Alright, guys. I'm trying this for 32 minutes and I give up. I cannot even go back here. Alt F4. So let me show you something quick. I want to show you this new space game. And then I show you two I want to try to play. And if you... I hope it works. Yeah, we have here 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗃. I have to turn on audio here. I don't know if you have seen this. Let's start from the beginning. I want to buy this game. It's coming out in October. Look at this. That's beautiful. You know what? It looks like the base building in Star Citizen they have shown during CitizenCon. What do you guys think? Your sentence begins now. So you are a prisoner sent to a distant planet for mining resources. That is so cool. So there's obviously some derelict outposts. A little bit of Helldivers. Oh. Well, the running simulation needs to be improved. Looks similar to No Man's Sky? No. Really? You think so? Solo co-op with 3 people? 4 people total. Now the graphics is, you know, not procedural created like in No Man's Sky. You can build a factory. Do you think this new game will work? It's coming out in October. Shatner. Welcome back. 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶𝘄. Coming in October. I mean, it looks really cool. I really want to try it. Nice. Mining. Wish list now. So is mining. Let me show you the next one I want to try. Astro. Oh man, what is the name of that game? Wait a second. I have to. By the way, they RSI launcher was updated too, right? Astro. Let me go on Steam for a second. To my wish list. Without a saturated, yes, exactly. Exactly. So wish list, where's my wish list? Wish list. So Dune Awakening is on my wish list. I don't know if you have seen that. New Star Miner is on my wish list coming this year. It's basically a space mining simulation, 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶𝘄. Astro Colony. All right, Astro Colony. I think this is a cool game. Do they have a total eclipse?
In our last episode looking at Astro Colony, we built this world harvester. What it does is harvest all of the asteroids around it automatically and then processes them within the ship.
It doesn't have 4K? Oh, come on.
Dock onto planetoids and start harvesting them as well, should we wish, thanks to the docking station here. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. To celebrate Steam's Base Builder Fest, we're actually going to be, instead of working within this spaceship, we're going to be building
I want to do something like this.
Asteroid base within this.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it kind of makes to the center. I hadn't even realized we just went slightly past it. Hey, but that's still pretty good. And we're just
So you
going
can
to
build
harvest
factories
these resources
and bases
so
on
that we can
asteroids.
continue building our little,
What do you think about that?
just to make it
This is available already
different.
on Steam.
I don't know why it won't let me place this. Will goes where? So, for example, we'll probably do the 2 gold up on this end. These will only accept copper, and then we have the iron here. And I do like the way these
Let's find
systems are set up
a
because they're programmable from the get-go.
trailer.
So the plan.
There is the official trailer. Wow, that's big actually. Man, why you don't have 4K, man? You have no mouse moving?
Welcome our cluster.
Our cluster. SC crashed already. It doesn't work. I can't get into SC. 𝗧𝗶𝘶 is dead, man. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? I really want to try it, man. I want to try Satisfactory. I want to try this here. Astro Colony. It looks really cool, man. I mean, what you can build so much stuff. What do you guys think about that? I wonder if you can turn off this grid system. I wouldn't really want to see that grid all the time. Wow. This is cool. I mean, the graphics could be better, right? It's early access, by the way. It's not finished, not a finished game, I think. Huh? Okay. You can travel with it? Is that what it is? Okay. What is going on? Almost over. Huh? Okay. All right, and then we have another game. Astromedica. Have you seen this, guys? This is available already. Also as early access. It's basically Subnautica in space. Which one do we try? That laser is cool. Mining tool.
Welcome 𝗙𝗶𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗋.
The title doesn't line up. Nope. We can't get in. And I'm wondering what game I will try. So I'm just showing some trailers from new space games. I know that the title doesn't line up anymore. It's basically now a watch party. Oh, look at the base, man. Wow. Oh, look. Oh, this looks cool. But it's not the same people who made Subnautica. So you can explore. You have a little spaceship. Oh. Wow. It looks really cool. And then what I want to show you is, what about we can try Satisfactory. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Satisfactory? Astroneers, I have it. I have Astroneers. I mean, this looks really cool. The graphics, the things, but you can really just, in my opinion, build a factory. It's the main goal, right? Wow, look at this. This will take me 3 years to build. Music is cool too. Factorio. Okay. When it comes to what? Graphics, gameplay. What is better in Factorio? Never heard about this game. Factorio. Did you play Satisfactory? What planet is that actually? I have no idea. The gameplay? Oh wow. So, Factorio. Woo, trailer. Oh, but this is a cool trailer actually. 2020, Factorio trailer 2020. Is this the graphics? No way. What the heck? Oh boy. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. I got headache just watching that. Crazy. All right. So I think my favorite so far is Astromedica, Subnautica in Space. Guys, did you see the new videos of Dune Awakening? Eurogame, I don't know what that is. But he was playing it. This guy was playing it for 1 hour.
In making a survival MMO, Funcom has welded two concepts together in a way we rarely see. We've survived on worlds with other people, but usually in smaller numbers. Rarely have we played on worlds with this many people that are this big. Similarly, while we've played large online worlds with this many people, rarely have they granted
that's gonna be a title I play here on the channel
that Dune Awakening does. It feels quietly, profoundly new. The essence of Dune Awakening is found in the middle of what it does, not its constituent parts. It's not in the survival side of the game or the massively multiplayer aspect of it, or even in the relatively cinematic third-person role-playing side of it either. It's where all of these parts come together, in running across the open sand with a friend while knowing the colossal danger that burrows beneath, and sharing in that nervousness. It's in establishing a sustainable existence in one of the most inhospitable environments possible. It's driving friends around on desert bikes or flying them in an ornithopter.
Supposedly coming out first quarter.
3-player dungeons or joining guilds to go to the deep desert and fight other guilds there. It's swaying the Landsraad Council to grant laws in favour of whatever storied faction you join, Harkonnen or Atreides. It's all of that mushed together, and where it all meets. It begins like a single-player role-playing game. I'm alone in the desert, and this is where the tutorial begins. Here's how to craft blades and bandages, the game tells me. Here's how to climb. Here's my hydration meter. Keep an eye on it. And here's how you'll get sunstroke if you don't. Avoid it. Finally, combat and how to strike, dodge, parry, and shoot. It's a whistle-stop tour of systems in a game with some interesting ideas, as well as a pleasing amount of responsiveness. Having a dash dodge on ult as well as a parry, plus a mixture of attacks, makes combat feel active, and systems like free climbing greatly open up the game's sense of exploration. Crafting too is a doddle, easy to follow, quick to perform. It's a confident start. Now alone on the surface of Arrakis, the first phase of the game, the survival phase, properly begins. Briefly, there are 4 phases roughly linked to an amount of time spent playing the game. The survive phase is the first 10 hours, the protect phase takes you up to around 30 hours, the expand phase stretches to 100 hours, and the control phase is everything after that. It's a familiar survival loop. Build a basic suite of equipment and find a place to call home. Collect resources and use them to build weapons and armour and tools and so on. But it isn't long before I begin to notice a difference. Time. It feels much quicker crafting and gathering in Dune Awakening than in other survival games, perhaps because this is only one aspect of the game rather than the entirety of it. Whatever the reason, there's a generosity in the amount of resources collected, and in what's required of you to craft things. What's more, you only need one tool, your cut array, for every job, which also comes with a nice enough gesture matching minigame when mining things, and you can magically pull building resources from nearby chests, which is a godsend. You can feel the months of closed beta streamlining and years of expertise from making Conan Exiles here. It's a very smooth system, and it isn't long before I have an early set of equipment and a base. Building a base is, in particular, a breeze. You lay down a holographic blueprint of what you want to build, choosing building parts from a menu. You can have Atreides.
And if you build a base with a special design you came up with, you can save that blueprint of your base and share with your community, share with your friends, share with
or Harkonnen pieces
other
if you
players.
Factions,
it's really cool.
And then hold a button to fill it in, assuming you have the resources, which I'm pleased to say I always seem to. You can even save the entire blueprint of your base to lay it down wholesale somewhere else, which is clever. In this way, you can up and move to the other side of the desert if you want, or you can build disposable structures in the deep desert where guild warfare takes place, but be prepared because it will be destroyed by a Coriolis storm every week. Your hand is held quite firmly during these opening moments of the game.
Blood purifier.
Now you've got the capability to harvest enemy blood for water, for example. It's all nicely thematic and mechanically appropriate stuff. Never do these items feel superfluous, and there's always a proper use for them. Soon, the game will push you away from your comfort zone and point you across the sandy sea, and here, of course, lurks a legendary problem. Sandworms. Make too many vibrations on the surface, and, like a shark smelling blood in the water, a sandworm will appear. What happens if they do? I decide to goad one and find out. I jump up and down until there's an almighty roar, and nearby a sandworm rears from the ground, casting around like an almighty periscope for the source of the disturbance. I am hardly hiding, but back down it goes, confusingly, So I redouble my efforts until the telltale eruption reoccurs. This time, it's all business. More agape, the sandworm dives and surges towards me. I try to run, to use my magical sprint ability and escape, but it's hopeless. It swallows me in an instant, and I die. I respawn feeling wonderfully naughty, only to realise the full consequences of actions. I've lost everything.
Yep.
Everything in my bag.
The sandworm
and
eats
my
you,
back has
you're
been
gone.
spoiled by the sandworm and no longer exists, which
That's
in a
crazy.
game where this stuff means everything and you spend a significant amount of time making said stuff hurts a lot. Sandworms gain an appropriately
moon.
fearsome place in the threat hierarchy of Dune Awakening as a result, as well they should. But it's only material things I lose. This being a kind of role-playing game means there are character levels and skill trees and abilities to learn which you do not lose if you die, sandworm or otherwise. I chose the 𝗙𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃 archetype, so the magical sprint I mentioned comes from that. It lets me dash like the Flash for a short distance, which is both useful and fun. I can also use the storied power of the voice to compel enemies to run towards me and stand there dumbly, or have them take no notice of me as I wander past.
That's cool.
Or, if I'm feeling fighty, I can pump points into martial prowess and do things like instantly
There's no
appear
first-person
behind
shooting?
enemies for a backstab. There seems to be a pleasing amount of choice here, and I'm told we can respec freely and unlock almost all of it. The strategy comes from choosing which 3 abilities to actively use. The other class archetypes are Trooper, Mentat, and Swordmaster, and they're all designed in a way to bring something valuable to the rock, paper, scissors principle behind the game's combat. Mentats help survey battlefields and locate what's there, 𝗙𝗵𝗁𝗃𝗃 help control battlefields, and Troopers and Swordsmasters are the ranged and close-up damage dealers. Broadly, there's nuance within that. The governing idea is adaptability. There should never be just one approach to combat. Enemies wearing energy shields, for example, will indefinitely block most fast-moving projectiles. Shields don't work here, like they do in other games, draining and then recharging, so you'll need to switch to a slow-moving melee weapon to get them close to penetrate the shield and take them down. You can do this alone with a varied loadout.
Yeah, it looks like there's no
Multiple
first-person
reps reiterate
shooting.
the game is viable as a solo experience, but the unspoken suggestion is that it is easier with friends. As the day wears on, the rhythm of the early game in Dune Awakening, and possibly the wider game, reveals itself. It's a slow and steady affair, sparse by design, where occasionally you glimpse other players but are never crowded by them. This is because of the way the game's servers work. It's a bit confusing, but areas of the world are replicated across multiple servers, known as 𝗙𝗄𝗃s, and clusters of these 𝗙𝗄𝗃s make up the whole. For example, the 𝗙𝗄𝗃 I'm in the 𝗗𝗂 Basin starting area, has a concurrent player limit of 40, and there are many of these 𝗙𝗄𝗃s, as many as Funcom needs. Players can move around 𝗙𝗄𝗃s fluidly. You can even control the movement to join 𝗙𝗄𝗃s your friends are playing on.
So,
This is how each area of the game world works.
wow, that is server meshing. That is server meshing. Unbelievable. So, when this game comes out, it comes with a kind of server meshing. Unbelievable.
Though they vary in concurrent
I wonder how
player
they do
size.
it.
The Deep Desert can support 36 versus 36 guild warfare, for instance.
But
This
the player
enforced
count is way
sparsity
lower.
feels authentic to the atmosphere of Dune, and while there's a lot of running around early on, it's important for establishing the dangers of the land, the jeopardy of the sandworms, the debilitating effects of the sun, and the searchlights beaming from Emperor ships patrolling at night.
Wow, that looks
Plus, a lot of progression is based around improving your traversal speed. You'll unlock grappling hooks that swing you high and suspensor belts that float you down again, and when you unlock vehicles, that revolutionises travel all over again. A Funcom rep spawns in an 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 for me at the end of the day because I am nowhere near achieving it myself, and it's a marvel. It takes me out of reach of sandworms and makes me able to land atop rocky outcrops rather than climb them. It even serves as a mobile respawn location. These moments feel liberating because of
Very cool
all
spaceships.
of the dues paid earlier. There's a sense of story running through the game too. The backbone of it involves several spice trials, where you'll huff a load of spice to undertake them. I experience one of these and it takes me to an otherworldly place for some stealth platforming challenges, which are a nice break from the norm. Then I'm returned to the world with new spice-related powers, an intriguing mechanic that deals with the concepts of addiction, but one that I don't really have enough familiarity with yet to see if it has any long-term consequences. Spice, then, features heavily in the game, both a thematic concept and a mechanical one. Much about Dune Awakening is interesting. It's familiar, yet not at the same time, and I like that. I cling to that difference as I begin to lose interest in combat encounters that lack much imagination or shape, and as I traipse across the sand for the upteenth time to complete tasks which do start to feel like chores. They're just one part of the bigger whole, I tell myself. How Dune Awakening will come together many hours later, I don't know yet. Likewise for how venturing to city hubs and joining guilds and factions will potentially change that experience further. But I like that there are already beefy later game concepts here, and having spent several hours with it, I'm confident enough to say that it will be worth the wait. Funcom have decades of wisdom accrued in this area, don't forget. Or you can simply survive. You can live out your Dune fantasy in the most faithful recreation of Arrakis we've yet seen in the game, pausing as the ground shudders from a nearby sandworm, ducking for cover as a sandstorm blows in, and searching for crevices for the secrets of the world hidden within.
Oh.
Dune Awakening has promise. Keep an eye on this one. And that's what 𝗙𝗵𝘁𝗄𝗏 of Eurogamer thought of Dune Awakening. If you like this video, feel free to chuck it a like, and why not subscribe to Eurogamer while you're at it.
I will
as we
definitely
have new
try.
videos about video games almost every single day. Now, I'm going to go and have a big old glug of water because suddenly I find myself incredibly thirsty. So I'll see you folks next time.
All right, so we will try one more time Star Citizen. So yeah, I have several of these games on my wish list, and I think I'm gonna try this 𝗓𝗏, which is only $17 right now, 10% off on Steam. I think that's a good game to try. All right, let's launch Star Citizen one more time. See if it works. If we get on a server or not. Yep, Dune Awakening coming now, first quarter. That was the plan. So we'll play that for sure. But yeah, there's so many space games coming out this year. Really looking forward to try almost all of them. It's just one planet. Grumpy old man. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I cannot join. Huh. That's weird. So I don't know. Should I try the regular servers? Oh, wow. Yeah, Dune looks promising. Definitely. So, looks like we are getting in. Come on, let me at least play one mission. The extreme loading times on normal dispatch. And yesterday was so fast. And the game worked actually yesterday, but I guess I was just lucky. I guess. Unbelievable. Maybe we just go back.
Welcome Proto-Starry.
Oh man, sorry man. Maybe we just go back to like 2 years ago and we watch some old streams from me on YouTube. Like a watch party. How was it 2 years? We should do that, man. We should go back 2 years and watch an old stream. That would be funny. Like 319, something like that.
Welcome 𝗙𝗵𝗁𝗃618.
Casper Ghost, just pretend you're playing. Yeah. No, just turn everything off, my microphone, my camera, just play it. Just play an old stream from 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that you wasn't here 2 years ago. I don't know, man. It felt different. When I started playing, the feeling to play it, walking around on planets there was this one scene I always remember. I landed with my starter ship on 𝗏𝗏, and you could see that big asteroid belt around the moon, right? 𝗏𝗏 is the one moon. So anyway, and I just walked out of my ship, and I'm like, I have this feeling, right? And the music was amazing, and I'm just, what the heck is this game? This is crazy. I love it. And it felt different, walking, shooting, all that. I don't know. All right. Mouse moving, guys. Mouse moving. I mean, the sense of curiosity and grandeur. Yes. Yeah, exactly. But you know, many streamers are slowly giving up playing because of the performance here right now. Let's see if I can get into my hangar. Yep, he just left. They will sort it out. Today's live stream will be interesting to watch. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, it's not working. I'll really do that now. I will go to my channel and I will find something from like 2 years ago. Just for fun. Why not? This is not going to work here, so let me find something quick. I don't know how to find it actually. This is the other thing. My playlist, your videos, live. But how to find something old? Because there is no date. Wait a second. Filter. Views, visibility, description. Oh my god, man. That is almost not. How to see when it was played, man? Oh, here. 24. You know what? I can filter here. Yes, date. All right. Okay. Star Citizen Live, November 22, December 22. That was a podcast. 318, Exploring the Verse. 15 views. Invictus Launch Week, that was all live. Wow. 317.5, Red Festival, Siege of Orison. This was January. Wow. Oh, I made this private because I guess it didn't work. Check reacts. The new Underground is coming. What? I had a reaction video? That's funny. And then we have here only 23. Okay. Sunday night stream, No Man's Sky. Living in the Carrack. Losing the Mothership. What the heck? Good afternoon, everyone. What the heck? Ready to roll in Star Citizen. Here live on YouTube, on my channel, Space Games. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Good afternoon, 𝗙𝗵𝗃. Thanks God it's Friday. Actually, Americans say thank God, not thanks. Thank God it's fine. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm back at 𝗏𝗏𝗃. And yeah, before we get started, I want to test my chat because I changed the chat overlay. So give me a minute.
Let's go a little bit
I will
further.
test the chat. So I will be the first chat. See your own ships if you lost them on screen. I have an 𝗘𝗶𝘁𝗁 counter on the top. You cannot see this here on stream, but it's on the picture. Look at the markers, the box markers. They were so different. Oh, you cannot see that. Why you cannot see that? Shit. You can see it here. Oh, wow. So we went out here and we took a left turn. Right? Yep. And then we just flew straight this way. And that's I remember. I lost. Same shirt, yes. I think I was slimmer. Oh my God, I have to work on my body again. I think I was way slimmer. My God. And younger, 1 year younger. Almost 2 years younger. Yeah, I lost my 𝗏𝗃 here somewhere. Someone will be on that shot. Big game. I will play it here on stream as well. Okay, I have to track. Crazy. I don't know what I did here. That's why it is private, I guess. Is it private? That's going to be a costly repair. Yeah, it's going to be a costly repair. July 23. Let's go back a little bit further. October. Coffee and Games, Star Citizen. October 9, 23. October 10. I don't know, man. I thought it goes way back. Wait a second. When was my very first live stream? Live May 20. Prospector Journey, Star Citizen. 22, September 3, 22. Wow. Audio here. Can turn it back on. Music. Oh, my channel was still called Little Jack Plays. What kind of quality is that? 1080. Okay. The games run better now than it did then. Okay. Anyway, the first thing I want to do is change the perspective. I think no one was actually watching back then. It's so funny. Oh. Let's go a little bit further. I want to buy a different quantum drive, a different shield generator. Which one is it? This one, the first one. Was I mining actually? Yeah. Nice. Quantanium. I can pretend that I'm playing. Uh-oh. Which laser head? Lancet. Okay, with the
Too
modules.
heavy. It's not going to help.
Crazy. Don't forget to back away when you blow the rock. Oh man, was always my problem. Always. What kind of music I was playing? I don't even know if I still have that.
I can't believe that this is not scannable.
Oh, I'm trying to scan from distance. Okay. That sound. I missed that sound. Let's find a different stream. Did I actually blow up something? I think I just started in, I would say, sometime in 23 I started full scheduling, you know, my live streaming, like almost daily.
Too long. Continue. Where?
I finished 𝗧𝗶𝗹𝗹 before Christmas, and I started one mission yesterday, the Pyro mission. But yeah, right now I can't get in. I can't play those missions.
This one. Wow, he showed that. Ah, only 17.
Prospector journey. More adventure Star Citizen. Private. What is this? Why is it private? Oh wow. I had a totally different intro. What?
Welcome, guys. This is 𝗏𝗏𝗁𝗏. Welcome back to the verse. Today, we'll do a little bit of everything. Today, we go out and do some mining first.
Oh boy.
Basically, no panic, no panic. Might lose the ship.
Come on, come on!
Of course, now he's not going out. Yep. So...
Oh. Holy shit.
So what happened was, the game, when I pushed N, it flew the prospector onto the wall and made my material unstable. Oh, it's powering up.
I've yet to do the pyro missions, waiting on some PC components to finish my 9800 build.
If it will see me.
Cool. Man, that's crazy.
Hello.
Going back to these streams, that is crazy. And I played no. My God, outside is crazy right now. 𝗙𝗶𝗶 isn't live. What was that, man? IAE 2952.
Shit.
So can I fly close to you, or should I wait on the side?
I wouldn't risk going in the water, but
So what should I do then?
I'm almost out, I think. Am I almost out? Am I heading the right way? I think I'm heading the right way.
Let me check. Oh, now someone else just came.
Yeah, I'm definitely headed the right way. Yeah, I'm coming out. Yep, you're good. You can park next to my cutter.
The cutter. Oh yeah, I see you.
What was going on here?
I need to.
Thank you. Was that you put the light on?
Yes. Ooh, that was
very handy.
That was fast.
Don't crush me.
Oh wait a second. There's too much water.
Oh, a bit further.
Can I go down?
Oh, someone's taking my 𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗶𝘁𝗄. Yeah, you can come down. Oh, did someone destroy my 𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗄?
Nope. I don't think so. I didn't see anything.
Where is it?
Oh wait. I'm in the water. Shit. I don't know if the water does.
Oh, I think you can. I think you can put the landing gears in the water.
Okay. Well, the ramp was in the water too. It still is.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I don't want to take the risk.
Well, I mean, my car's parked in it.
My car is parked over there.
That's okay. There
we
you go.
Nice one.
There you go.
You open the door for me as well, please.
The door?
Yeah, I can't get past this. Yeah, nice one. Oh, does it do it automatically? Oops.
So. Oh boy. That's weird, tracking your own dead body.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? So. There we go. Right.
I don't know what we tried.
In you come.
Oh, he wanted to see if you can put the dead body on the bed
I got him by accident.
to rescue him. No.
I need to put this on your sink for a second.
It's kind of comical.
Don't make my sink dirty, okay?
Sorry. That's gonna be a real
Come on, man. You're messy.
I am messy. I'm so sorry.
Don't make my sink dirty.
I need to then chuck
What is going on? A
unequipped
dead
attached
body in
wearer.
my nice 𝗙𝗶𝘁 and a box in the sink. Now he's getting naked. Oh. Weird stuff.
Right, I can now get rid of this body for you.
That would be nice.
Right. Go on you, mister. Right, you get. You're not welcome. Oh,
Oh. That's weird. He's laying on the ramp.
go on into. Yeah.
What's he doing?
And you kind of make strange movements. Oh.
That is drastic.
Okay.
All right.
The hell out of here.
Okay.
So that was
we are
2 years
coming.
ago.
Or did you maybe rent some nice ship? Did you maybe
Oh,
read?
no, we can take this. Oh, fuck's sake.
No, I mean for bounty hunting.
Oh, I thought you wanted to buy the Redeemer.
Yeah, I wanted to. I don't know if you have the time to do that.
Yeah, of course I do.
Good. Smoker.
Yeah, sorry. I smoked for, oh.
But it's a pain on a planet with atmosphere or when you land here.
So
because decoupled.
I think I
basically,
purchased. That's when I
if you-
purchased the
If
Redeemer.
you press forward, your ship will
In game for
continue
the
going
first time.
forward if you don't do anything. In decoupled, it will just stop all the time you take the hands off your keyboard buttons, right?
Just cruise control?
Well, cruise control is a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Retaliator. No, let's do the
Presume this is a ship you've got.
no.
Prospector.
Oh, the Prospector, yeah, but it's a loaner because I pledged for the expense.
Oh yeah, back then I pledged for the expense. Got the Prospect as a
8.6
loaner.
million purchase ship.
I had 60 million, man. Wow.
Got it.
How good did that just feel?
Nice.
No
Sorry,
rush
I'm-
like buying a new ship.
The guy, did you hear it?
No.
Nothing feels better than buying a new ship. True. Yeah, we need to get rid of those 60 millions, man.
Yeah.
Till the
I certainly won't be getting that next time round.
maybe tomorrow we'll buy those people some money.
Oh, that was the old Lorville. When Lorville wasn't changed. You
Oh,
could
well,
see a different skyline,
If they
actually.
join us, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
I have two Redeemers.
it shows
That's why
Redeemer
I gave
2.
that Prince guy like 60 million, because he does all those events. So,
Ah, that is the guy. Okay.
yeah. Because, like, he's, you know, he does them every weekend. And like loads of people turn up, so I thought if I give it to him, you know, he'll share it. I know he'll share it amongst the community anyway, so.
That's nice. So, number
Yeah,
3, we are
Call me
at
like a sponsor.
Hangar 3. How you say that word in English actually correct? Hangar? Hangar?
Hang on.
Hangar? Hangar?
Yeah. Hangar 3.
That was before
Like a soft G in a way.
before we had our own
Okay.
hangars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this your subscriber's outfit?
wait a second. I will change because if we are fighting only in the ship, maybe I keep my stuff in the ship. Wow, I like it. Nice,
There it is.
nice. There's a
Oh,
turret.
that is.
Huh?
Jesus, look at the size of these guns.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. But that's the turret. That's the turret. So I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the ship, so I'm not sure which one is the best.
The stutters
turret.
are
I guess
crazy.
it's the
Yeah,
one
it was
below here.
before. I
would
think
say-
I played with a
Yeah, under the
3060
Down.
Yes.
Yeah. So you
before I changed to a 4080,
Oh, this thing's
and
Yeah.
𝗙𝗏 still had issues with the
Yeah.
Intel
we checked it out.
processors.
This
No,
one?
no, we didn't.
E-course.
I watched you check it out.
If you remember the E-course problem,
No, we did not check it out together, but the ship is
so
absolutely.
there was
fine.
always a stutter. Yeah, that's correct. So it's way
And
better now.
created by the community.
Way better now.
They had the
Graphics,
idea.
basically,
That's so cool.
with my system. But I'm interested in your build as well.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
turn the
I've
lights
never
on.
had AMD before, so I'm not sure, man. Oops.
No way.
That's why you
Just
upgrade.
actually
Ah,
stopped.
okay.
Yeah, is it working? It should.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah.
Fucking.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Isn't that strange that we watch
I'd seen
old
some
streams from
stuff
𝗏𝗏 because the
me-
game was working?
Let me turn the lights.
Insane, man.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
you
kids,
you
alright,
can
but
use it as a dropship as well.
And that was
It
2 years
has
ago.
Several seats.
It's alright,
Insane.
but just spend a little time just having a little poke around.
Try an EU server. Oh, I did. It's not working.
Shower.
I
I
had
wanna show you
no.
something.
I had no possibility to get into the server.
So this is like the.
Oh, let me turn
area.
on the lights.
Oh, the wardrobe comes out. No way.
Water comes out? No way.
No, not water. Wardrobe.
Oh, a wardrobe. I thought you meant water.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beds.
Is the light on?
No, not yet.
Why is that, man?
Turn the power on.
So here's what we do, guys. I will just finish this stream now.
Huh.
And let's give it a like. And I will. It's 8 o'clock here. I have to work anyway, so I will just work. And yeah, we'll have to try next time, guys. We have to try next time. Star Citizen is not running, guys. I'm sorry. I wish it would be. We need to play something else. I really want to try those new games maybe on Steam. I will wait for Satisfactory to become a little bit cheaper. There's a game called The Crust. It's also kind of cool. You build
Welcome
factories on moon.
𝗏𝗏_246.
Game is not working, man. Nope. I'm actually thinking about to test a new game. Buy some new game. Yeah. Kingdom Come Deliverance looks great. It looks great. Yeah, I'm watching that on Twitch sometimes. It's just not really. That's always Elite Dangerous or No Man's Sky. Yeah, I guess today is a live stream where they talk about the problems in Star Citizen. See if there's some new information about, polishing the game to a more playable state. But I think I have to switch it up a little bit and play different games, Elite Dangerous, and maybe try a new game. I really want to try 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, this survival game. It looks really, really cool. We might give it a run very soon. Maybe over the weekend, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Yeah, and Elite Dangerous, guys, really, it is, if you watch some videos to make sure that you get in to the game in the right way, you will have a blast. Unbelievable. See, I didn't touch Elite Dangerous because I didn't like the beginning. I didn't like the tutorial. I didn't like what I have to do. And that was actually stupid. I wish that they would have a better way to bring people on board with the game, right? And we discussed that a long time ago. But once you're in and you make your first million, the first 2 million, and you're able to, start upgrading your ship, switching out components, buying new ships, going out mining, it is an absolute blast. Highly recommend Elite Dangerous. Highly recommend. And colonization is coming, right? Oh yeah, no. You know what? We can watch that. Let me find it. Didn't we had a video about colonization somewhere? Elite Dangerous colonization. Something summarizing. The big thing, colonization. Control your own star system. You can watch that. That was 2 months ago, and it's coming out already in February. That's a very typical experience. The beginning is so bad, yeah.
But placing your own planetary bases and
Look at
space
this.
stations in Elite Dangerous isn't something I'd ever expected to see. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is something that I'm very, very interested in seeing. Effectively, what we've got here is a player-guided base building.
Wow.
This is all a part of the upcoming colonization update, set to be released into beta earlier next year.
It's
This
coming.
is quite clearly
February
one of the largest
26th.
updates that Frontier have ever released for the game. It's a significant change that will fundamentally alter the way Elite works. And in Frontier Unlocked today, the latest live stream, the developers went through some details on how exactly this is going to work. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. I was fortunate enough to get these details a little bit early thanks to the Elite Dangerous Partner Program. There's also details on the brand new ship, the Cobra Mark V, although that is coming in a separate video which should be available shortly after this one has been published. So, colonization. This is a galaxy-wide mechanic that enables players to expand the inhabited bubble of human space. It will also allow players to colonize new systems and build facilities within them, therefore shaping the galaxy according to their own narratives and goal. That's what Frontier say, that's how they phrase this.
Welcome,
The feature
Mr.
does
Silver
emphasise
2000.
player-driven content, and it should give players control of how to develop the galaxy.
Mr.
Right here,
Silver.
you can see the arrival of
Looks
the
very amazing.
truly massive system colonization ship. This is one of the largest ships that's going to be in the game. But how do we get to this point? Well, players begin by purchasing a claim from a new system contact.
So you claim a star system, and then, of course, you need some capital to start building the first station. And you basically claim the whole star system for yourself, right? But there's some conditions. You have to start building in a certain amount of time. If not, the star system will go back into the pool for other people to explore and to claim.
Called the System Colonization Contact. This will be found in inhabited systems within the bubble. Claims for new systems can be made on uninhabited systems within a certain distance. Currently, Frontier think they're going to aim for around about 10 light years from the current system. Now, only one claim can be made at a time, and this is designed to prevent system blocking.
The size of the game is just crazy.
There's no indication yet on how much this will cost. Frontier are not discussing numbers at the moment.
Yeah, we don't know how much it will
once players
cost.
have purchased the claim, they will receive a colonization nav beacon. You then have 24 hours to travel to the claim system to deploy the bacon to the beacon. Failure to deploy the beacon within 24 hours.
24 hours you have time.
Preventing land grabs or blocking. Now, after deploying the beacon, a massive colonization ship, which you can see right here, arrives in the system.
Cool.
And this is one of the largest vessels in the game. It's equipped with numerous large landing pads. It looks a lot like a modified fleet carrier. Now, at this point, players must deliver a variety of materials to the colonization ship.
That's the problem.
The primary starport. Now, the construction of materials will vary depending on the type of starport.
You need to bring the material on by yourself.
The primary starport must be completed within a specific time frame to proceed. I guess if it's not completed, it's again going to revert. And the whole idea here, Frontier seem again and again to be very interested in preventing system blocking. That's players just buying up systems to cause problems. Now, once the construction is complete, the starport is going to initially appear in an under construction phase. And this reminds me a lot of the very early concept videos, trailers that we saw in the early days of Elite Dangerous. Here's an example.
Look at this. You get your own starport. And, you know, I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, this was one of the early trailers for Community.
That was 2015, but you get your starport and people can visit your starport.
On the following Thursday, which as many people will know is the server tick, the station will become fully operational. The colonization ship then will remain temporarily...
So you can do all that co-op? Yeah, you can.
Now, at this point, players will be able to expand further. The colonization beacon will become a
You can help.
beacon, and a new system colonization contact will become available at the starport that was just constructed. Here, players can...
Let's be clear about Elite Dangerous. You can play on a solo server. You can play in a group with friends, or you can play live. You have 3 options, right? If you create a server for you and your friends, you have control over that server, who can join you, who can play with you, and then you can play together this. But you can also go to live with your friends and meet other people, but then you might have the pyro situation where you find a lot of gankers,
then
right?
make additional claims from this new system, thereby allowing them to daisy chain and expand further away into the galaxy. But for those of you who want to focus on the system you've just claimed, well, that will be entirely possible. System development is a thing, and the player who deploys the primary starport will become the system architect. These players will have control over the development within that system, which includes what facilities can be deployed. So again, I think it should be clear this doesn't appear to be, based on what we're seeing,
This can be your own station.
in the sense we see on other games.
So I think you thought you had to deliver the supplies solo. You can do it solo. I'm pretty sure you can buy them from your friends. I think you have to, I don't know the details yet, but I think they can help you, yes.
Instead, this is a player guided.
And this is the cool stuff.
So yeah, you will become the architect of what happens within this star system. There's a number of ways that players will be able to do this. That will include...
Just to be clear, you will be the owner, or the, not owner, but you will be the power, the emperor, whatever you want to call it. You will be the guy in that star system. And you control building settlements and all that, but you need the materials and...
deploying extra space-based facilities. So accessing the system map to view potential deployment locations, then selecting and constructing facilities such as ports or installations which were introduced back during the days of Horizons. Facilities also come in tiers, so building larger facilities requires constructing smaller supporting facilities first. Example tiers that Frontier have mentioned include small installations followed by mid-tier facilities, followed by larger scale spaceports, for example, Orbis space stations. And then there's...
So basically, let's go to the Q&A quick, because I saw the Q&A here, the official one. So basically, the goal is to actually expand the bubble where there's more going on and stuff. Now I get it, man.
Zach, welcome to our festive set.
Thank you.
Spared no expense here. We've put out baubles, some tinsel, and apparently this is Christmas lighting. Producer Adam assures me it's Christmas lighting.
It almost looks like a red alert, but
it does. Well, look, it's the best we could do. All right. Thanks a lot for coming in. We've got some questions to go through.
This is really good.
But before we get to that, I want to talk to you about the year, because it's been a pretty monumental year for Elite Dangerous. How's it been for you?
Yeah, I mean, really special. I think as you guys know, it's the 10th anniversary of Elite, and it feels like the 10th year of Elite has been
10 years, guys.
Sorry, it's been mega. Yeah, there's been so much, compared to where we were last year and coming into this year. We've had a lot of people always say, where are the new ships? That's one thing we've had for quite a long time.
Well,
I know that me and you have felt that. They're here, and we've just had so much, so it's been great. Yeah,
it's been nice to actually go out and deliver. I know we said like 2 features. Obviously, we've missed for one, but it's a pretty big feature.
I mean, to be honest, the graphics look maybe a little bit dated, but it is so much fun to play and to feel rewarded after your missions are completed. Right? So it works, and now with this will be the biggest game changer for Elite Dangerous ever, in my opinion, because you really control certain aspects of the game as a player. All ties into expanding power play. It's honestly a genius strategy. I'm shocked Frontier is pulling it off. I'm happy they pull it off. And, but if you would make Elite Dangerous, or if you would try with their game engine, make more Star Citizen graphics, the game wouldn't run as good. That's the point,
To be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really energizing, I think, for not just us, but I think...
That's what I said in one of my live streams about Star Citizen. I said they might have to dial Star Citizen in a little bit different when it comes to performance and graphics, Because we want to have all this fancy stuff, but guess what? It might not work right now, you know, with the technology we have, with the internet connections we have and all that. I don't know.
The development team as well. To drop 4 new ships coming in, obviously starting with the Python Mark II, then we had the Taipei, and then the Mandalay.
Yeah, we had 4 new ships last year only.
And just to see phase engagement
in Elite Dangerous.
Come back to Elite and engage the storyline. I guess for me, I think I do love good story. So I think the Titan stuff for me has been huge this year. I think watching the players take the Titans down one at a time, and I think probably
that was a cool dynamic event.
I would be amazed if they haven't won the war by then. I'd be amazed. If you haven't, we're all doomed. We're all doomed. But watching them go down, I actually remember watching, and I think I did a piece of camera about the 10 years for Elite, about my favourite moments, of which there's been lots. But I do think watching that first Titan Tyrannus.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Let's go to colonization.
What are the costs of colonization and setting up a colony ship?
So, as Piers said when he was on the show, the numbers are very much still in flux. We're still at that point where we can tweak the numbers to get where we want. And obviously, as we said on the last show, or the show before, we are going to initially launch this into beta. So again, that's so we can, you know, have a look at the numbers and see what we think. But in terms of costs for colonization, so there is an initial credit cost to claiming a system. This is what sends the colony ship there. So it's not going to be a seriously large amount of credits. So I know we've seen people sort of talk about, since we announced it, like, is this way higher than getting a fleet carrier? And it's not. This is very much aimed at, you're not a new player, but you're a player that's put some time into Elite, and you've got a bit of a kitty, right?
A bit of cash.
Yeah. So don't expect this to be crazy fleet carrier numbers to get that initial claim. And then after that, you have 4 weeks to finish building your initial starport using commodities. And
I think that's the key part, right? That it's the commodities part. So the money's that you get started, but actually this is effort, right? This is a huge undertaking.
Elite could always do a graphics fidelity pass. I don't know if the engine they work with would handle that
system, right?
So. Yeah, exactly. It takes you have to transport those materials that are used rather than the credit sync. It's getting those materials together.
Yeah, cool. All right, next question. Will there be any kind of upkeep?
So basically, and by the way, people wanted ship interiors, and they always said it's going to be difficult with the game engine. So they never really tackled that.
Welcome, Kragan, our most active community member.
I don't need to update the graphics any further, just focus on content. We don't need to become Star Citizen. Yes, that's what I'm saying all the time. You know, Star Citizen might have to dial in different graphics as well. I'm sorry. Until, you know, we are at the point they can, you know, increase the fidelity. But I prefer a working game, and to me it looks totally acceptable.
You get asked this a lot.
I just like that it works.
Is there going to be an upkeep if you're the system architect for your system?
There is not. There is no upkeep cost, so no, you will not be penalised for being a system
That's
architect.
cool.
Hooray! So we can all just we can be overlords on our own system.
Just enjoy being a system architect.
Cool. What systems will be in place for a colonised system if the architect goes inactive for a period of time?
Well, nothing really. As I think Piers mentioned it on the last show, really, once you've created a system as a system architect, that system will act like any other system within the game.
Yep.
So if that system architect you know, just works and places one starport down, that's what the system is.
Yep.
If they progress from that, great. But either way, it's just going to act like any other system that you would find within.
That makes sense, right? Because the system architect initially goes in there and initially colonises that system. Where that system architect moves on, just like in reality,
it feels great to play.
That system's colonisation. What happens after that? The BGS and that sort of stuff, that can all be affected by players.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you're right. You're going to have, hopefully, we'll have a bunch of commanders that do maybe want to daisy chain out, and you'll see maybe you come across a system and it's got one starport, and you see it's been done by this commander, and then you jump somewhere else and you see one starport by the same commander, and you're like, well, where does this go?
Yeah.
And you can kind of follow that.
You can daisy chain like, several star systems.
You get to this system where they've actually decided to stay.
This is their putting their flag in the ground.
You get that whole. You almost feel that journey that they went on to get to that system.
But you know what? I know we're doing a question, but tangentially, what I really like about that is like across that spine that commander or group of commanders are doing. you could branch off at any point because that system will have a contact in there for you to be able to buy that. So you can move off. Obviously, there's the logistics we've talked about in the previous show. It's not as easy as just stage chaining all the way out because you need the materials to actually build your systems. All right. So will there be a fair system in place for purchasing claims for popular systems?
So claiming a system is very much first come, first serve. So we are expecting it to be a really exciting, like gold rush kind of scenario.
But it didn't say you can collect the materials together with friends.
It's going to be fun to see which commanders come out on top. That said, whilst players can be the architects of as many systems as they want to be, a player can only be in like one instance of the initial claiming process at a time.
So you can't lay claim to 20 systems.
You can't just go out and claim 100 systems at a time. You can only be in that initial process for one system at a time. And if you fail to claim a system twice, you're going to be locked out for a number of days. So yes.
Craig, and that's what I said earlier, because we can do it now. I'm pretty sure you can do that later as well.
Have that sort of similar feeling of, everyone is going racing to get where they want to be. But it's fair in the case of one player can't just lay claim to all land. They've got to say, okay, I want this system, and then spread from there.
And I think Piers touched on it in the last show, where there are time limits in this, and at the two initial stages, right? The claiming and then obviously building the main 100%. Station. And that's because it is such a serious undertaking, right? Like, we keep saying this, like this is the big deal, right? You're going to colonize the system. It's there forever. You are literally putting your stamp on the galaxy. So you can't claim more than one system at a time, and you have to follow through your claim. If you fail to follow through your claim, it becomes open to everybody else again. So there we go. Okay, how will players be able to colonize using a specific faction if there are no zero population systems within the colonization radius of systems containing that faction? Well, that is a question, Zach.
That is a mouthful, yeah. So I think this one has come off the back of obviously us talking about that radius that exists for colonisation, that again, numbers still to be decided. But in this case, I think in this scenario, you would likely want to engage with the BGS to make sure that your faction that you do want to spread has control of a station within a system that they can colonise from. So yes, if your faction does not have a colonizable system within that initial bubble, you're just going to have to engage with the BGS like you would traditionally and move your faction
into it,
gain control somewhere else, and then from there you would be able to engage with colonization.
And will there be a limit to how many systems a player can be actively an architect for?
No, as I mentioned previously, you can only be claiming one system at a time, but you are able to be the architect for as many systems as you like, whether that's 1 or 100 or 1,000, or maybe we get just one commander who plays with colonization and they just take over the entire galaxy.
Wow.
It's possible.
Are you talking about some of the Palpatine complex? I mean, who knows anyone like that?
Yes.
Who could that be? It just takes us swaths of the galaxy. But it's possible, right? If you have the time and you have the effort and you want to work together, you can absolutely do that. I think we covered this, but will the BGS rules apply to colonized systems?
Yeah, so player colonized systems will basically act the same as all other systems within Elite. So whatever you're used to right now within Elite Dangerous and a system with the BGS, you can expect the colonized systems to replicate that.
Cool.
So I think what always killed me with Elite, at least starting out, I always found myself staring at menus more than I was playing. Well, I guess maybe in the beginning, right, when you try to figure out everything, but once you get used to it, and you know how to use those menus quickly for changing your modules on your ship, for example, or setting the weapon groups, or going to the left, checking the galaxy map and all. I actually have a lot of buttons now on my keyboard and here to get quickly to what I need,
All right. Can architect
go forth and take over the galaxy. You need some money and time for that.
Decide trade routes.
I think Kraken will be the first.
All of the players will be able to
in my community doing that really quickly.
Player colonized systems. We don't want to be locking systems out from people. You can affect the trade in a system based on that kind of economy that you create, like Piers said.
You can create
the economy. We didn't talk about economy. How great the economy actually is in Elite Dangerous.
No direct
it's amazing
tool, per se, to create a trade route. Which wouldn't really work anyway, but you can change that landscape of trade within that area of space to suit your needs, really. That's the whole point of colonization, is to suit your needs.
I'm actually excited to see how the different economies build up, because I think I said we were talking in the previous stream about the micro bubbles. I think we're going to see where these daisy chains go out to a certain point and then realise we're too far away from the bubble to actively get resources. So we need to colonise this area here.
Yeah.
It'll be a micro bubble, and that will be determined by whatever economies people are putting in there and resources, and then they'll move on.
And I think that's what's we've had. Obviously, the past couple of years, we've had a lot of great content around the Thargoids and a lot of stuff for our anti-Xeno players, our combat players, and you know, fairly we've had quite a few people who are trade players and our exploration players saying, "Oh, can we get Can we get something?" And this is kind of for you. Like, obviously, there's plenty for a combat player to engage with, but exploration player, you're going to be going out, like you said, deciding where those mini bubbles are, and then the trade players, that could be your new hub, right?
Yep.
There's so much profit to be made in those areas.
When we talk about trade, we're going to see that happen, and that's the thing we're most excited about system colonizations. We generally don't know what players are going to do.
Got a list already for the systems you want to colonize?
It's going to be for you. So you're asking us questions. We're like, it's whatever you want. Really.
Come on, man.
You can do what you want with the galaxy. That's why we're kind of like, we're excited. We're also a little bit terrified. Not going to lie, tiny bit terrified because we don't.
I'm way behind.
Until it happens, right? Okay. So I guess on the back of that, what are the benefits for a system for a player for a system colonization?
Yeah, so I think it's kind of similar depending on whether you're a solo commander or a group of commanders. You can colonize a system either way. Like, there will always be one sort of system architect, but if you're a group of players, great, you can work together. If you're a solo player, great.
So you can. There you go. There you have it, Mr. Silver. You can work together. There will be one system architect, but you can invite your friends and ask them to mine for you. You know, you might have to pay them.
Do it on your own. If you want to be
absolutely.
on your own,
yeah. It might be a bit more effort because you got to gather the materials yourself, but you absolutely can. And I think the main benefit really is that you can set that system up to get what you want from it. So, sort of depending on your choices, that can affect the types of missions that you'll find in that system. You can set up markets to suit your trade needs and so on. So if all the systems around are industry markets, you could create an extraction-based market, and then you've got a really great trade route there that you've made for yourself.
Crazy.
To take advantage of. So it's that kind of like almost out-of-the-box thinking of how can I engage with the Elite Dangerous systems that I know so well to create this new star system that works perfectly for what I want to do within the game.
Yeah. So yeah, again, there's a lot here that it's hard to really articulate, but it will be down to what the players do, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, which is exactly what we want.
I mean, it's going to be.
So will colonization be possible from anywhere that has a human station?
No. So yes and no. So as of right now, you must start from the bubble.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to start this off. I think Piers mentioned the same. So when system colonization launches, you'll only be able to begin the process from the bubble. However, from that point onwards, you'll be able to colonize, anywhere that has a human station within radius. So let's say we do go with that 10 light year radius for system colonization. At the start, you'll be able to go 10 light years from the bubble. And then once they've colonized that system, you can go 10 light years from there. And so eventually, yes, you can go wherever you want, but we'll be starting it in the bubble.
In the bubble,
yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Crazy, huh?
If you start in another system, how soon after do you lose your system architect role in the first system?
Yeah, you don't. Like we said, you can be the system architect many times you like. That target isn't going to go anywhere. That's your system to control. You might, like we've talked about, maybe you're an explorer. You've daisy chained out to a system, and then maybe you want to come back at some point and say, oh, actually, I probably want to edit. I'll add more to.
Do we have enough systems? I mean, that's a stupid question, guys. Do we have enough systems, Greg, and you know for sure, to be able that everybody can have his own system and no one else can have it? I mean, I think we have like billions of systems, right? But we can only start from the bubble. That kind of limits the amount of systems, right? And I don't know how many people will play this, but
megalomaniac. But you could daisy chain out and then build an empire all the way back.
You could build an empire. I mean, this is.
You really wanted to. Okay.
I think that's the end goal.
Answer the next question. Will the systems display who the system architect is, or will it be left anonymous?
It will, in fact, display who the system architect is. So you'll find that in the galaxy and system map. It will display the name of the system architect, as well as a few other things that will be useful. I think we'll talk about in a moment.
Okay, next question.
The bubble is like 300 light years across, yes. And there's systems inside still empty as well as all the way around. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? It's unbelievable.
Will there be any opportunity to expand infrastructure in currently established systems?
No. So as I think Piers has said again, player colonization is strictly for those currently uninhabited systems. That's the whole point of expanding the bubble and spreading humanity.
Cool. Talking about spreading the spread of humanity, will there be any in-game tools to find good systems to colonize and to choose where colonization options are placed?
Yeah, so the map UI will give you some of that information. So the architect view in a system you've explored will give you some indication of what that system could look like when colonized. So you basically, what you want to do, I guess the flow will be you want to head to a system, make sure you've done the exploration part of that, and then you'll get all this information, say, okay, this looks like a good system to either build my home base on, or maybe it's one of those daisy chains. And you can make that choice, gather that information before you make your choice.
That is cool.
Okay. Are there any penalties or just general downsides to having multiple economies in a system or investing too heavily in one economy?
Not necessarily. I mean, having multiple economies means that they'll even out, so you'll get a good spread of options for yourself, but you won't have that golden goose market, so to speak, where that excels at one thing. So again, with everything with colonization, it's really up to you and how you want to benefit from that system.
Yeah. Next question. I think this has already been answered, but will it be possible to blockade or attack colonized systems during the construction or after completion?
No. So colonization is very much not a PvP feature.
Yeah.
It is
nice.
This is once you are the system architect, that's your system. Yeah. You don't need to worry about it being detonated.
That is cool.
Cool. All right, Zach, thank you very much.
That will be different Star Citizen.
It's not all the questions, it's a lot of questions, and there's probably loads more. As I said, the colonization feature is going into beta. Just be clear on...
Guys, to be honest, and if you just tuned in, we are watching this because Star Citizen is not working. So we tune into some other trailers, game trailers and videos. I think Star Citizen still needs that option to just play solo and to have some chill gameplay and not to be worried. All these free options, like in the group with your friends on an empty server, just with NPCs, solo, and then of course live. I think Star Citizen would really, really benefit from that.
On what the beta means is we're putting the feature into the game.
The PvP elements would come from doing it in open and having resources intercepted. Yes.
All players will be able to engage.
But they cannot attack your
what you do will be
settlements or your space station.
They'll be yours. You'll be able to keep them. We'll not take them away from you.
Also not doing construction. That's awesome.
What we want players to understand is that we'll be taking that time to measure, to make sure things work correctly. Fundamentally, to make sure that the tools that players need are operating as they should.
I'm excited.
Intended. It will give us a chance
and I hear
to
this. I'm excited.
What actually doing because this is such a fundamental change that we really do need to get a grasp on how players are going to interact.
Like the carriers, yes.
Everyone's going to go.
No one can destroy it. They can use it.
Groups, and we're trying to find that balance.
They might use your space station and do trade.
We want to get it right.
But they can't destroy it. That's awesome. Love it.
Yeah, it's a big.
And it's right around the corner, guys. 20 days.
It's huge. And
we start in 20 days. And I don't have the money.
This year, and just to give some extra love to our development team, I sometimes forget that they actually simulated a 1-to-1 galactic scale war. And now we're doing power play, and now we're doing system colonization in a 1-to-1 scale in the Milky Way galaxy. I genuinely, my mind, when I sit down and talk to some of the team, I'm just like, you are talking a different language. They're saying words to me, just like a bit out of was it The Hangover, where just numbers appear. I'm just like, I have no idea what you're saying. But
and we're in year 11 of the game.
Better start playing more, making that good evil mining money.
So yeah, cool.
I like exobiology. I like mining.
Zach, we're coming to the end of
exploration.
The show. We've talked about how good this year's been.
Yep.
Obviously, the question we always get asked, and it's really nice to be asked, is like, what comes next? What can we expect to see from Elite Dangerous next year? Anything you can tell us?
Well, I mean, I think we kicked off this year in January, February. The first unlock.
I honestly can't remember. It was the first unlock.
The first unlock show we ever did. We kicked it off. We talked about what was coming to Elite Dangerous this year. That went down super well. So why don't we do the same again next year?
I think that's a great idea. I think that's the best idea.
They will do that. So February 26th.
All right, look.
They will have a live show
back then, I guess.
Like that.
First unlocked.
See you in the.
And they will tell us the burr pit is really good.
The colonization up.
They will tell us what else is coming new to Elite Dangerous this year, and that's what I like.
Update, or Trailblazers to give it its now official title.
The name is kind of odd. Trailblazers. I don't know.
Is scheduled to arrive in Elite Dangerous on Wednesday the 26th of February, bringing with it the ability to introduce and establish new human colonies into previously uninhabited star systems in and around the bubble. The introduction of a colonization system into Elite Dangerous is a very significant and important milestone in the life of the game as it continues to expand and
I think you're right.
Whilst players have, broadly speaking, always been able to affect the ebb and flow of political factions in the game.
What ship is this? Help me out here. What ship is this? Guys, I'm still a newbie in Elite Dangerous, but that
causing those factions to expand into
this?
areas prior to the introduction of the Trailblazer update.
Wow.
There was always a requirement for the system to have a previously established human presence, together with its associated
It looks so cool with that paint.
surface settlement infrastructure. The creation of new territory for humankind to move into was always entirely driven by Frontier themselves. With Trailblazers, for the first time that power will extend into the hands of the players themselves. In case you're relatively new to the game, there's an important bit of context that isn't readily explained by the game. Any inhabited system in the game will have installations and starports etc. that are owned by factions. When almost any actions are taken by the player in one of those systems, it can affect the influence that any of those factions exert on the system. Generally speaking, negative actions have a negative effect and positive actions affect the influence positively. In very general terms, sometimes influence levels between factions will clash, and this is when wars or elections etc. spring up. The positive influence of a faction can also reach such a level that it causes the faction to spread into neighbouring star systems. Similarly, a big enough fall in influence can cause a faction to retreat from a star system that they previously inhabited.
Wow. So faction is not a power, right? We have to distinguish that. You have factions and you have powers.
System is collectively known as the background simulation, or BGS, and for many players, especially those in squadrons, manipulation and expansion of their chosen faction can form the bulk of their Elite Dangerous gameplay. Up until March 2023...
Superpowers. Superpowers, you mean like the Imperium, right? Imperial? That's a superpower, right? Yeah. Alliance, the Feds, yeah. And then minor factions. How do I pick a faction, actually? Just playing for the faction and gaining reputation, I guess, right?
3 player groups were able to apply to Frontier developments to have their named minor faction inserted into the game. These are called player minor factions, or PMFs. In March 2023, FDev announced that applications for new PMFs were being closed and that it was investigating, quote, how upcoming systems will allow every player and player group to have a meaningful impact on the galaxy's landscape, end quote. It now appears that the result of that investigation is the Trailblazers update. Whether player minor factions will return to the game in one form or another is unknown at this point, but
so no more player
factions of the bubble, there will certainly be a lot more room for them to move around in if they do. One of Frontier's driving ambitions when delivering Power Play 2.0 towards the end of last year appears to have been to tie a lot of the seemingly disparate actions and gameplay loops of Elite Dangerous together, giving them a significant degree more meaning than they possessed up until the Ascendancy update. With the arrival of colonization to the game and the likely need to provide commodities in bulk to build orbital starports and surface settlements, we're hopeful here that it means not only trade and hauling take on a permanent significance beyond the generation of cash and BGS influence, by the way, but also that perhaps mining will similarly be given more meaning as the rush for raw materials suddenly and permanently increases.
I mean,
in the same vein,
again,
it seems likely that exploration will also take on
this
new
will
meaning, certainly for any
this will change the
individual
game.
looking for a suitable colonization target at the very least. Whilst the initial deployment of Trailblazers will expand the bubble and only the bubble, Frontier have hinted that other areas could see expansion efforts of their own sometime in the future. Perhaps the most obvious target for this future phase would be the Colonia region. Whilst the Colonia bubble, over 25,000 light years from Sol, does have its own version of bubble life, it's much more sparsely populated and has rarely seen anything like a community goal, for example. A colonization push in that area would give the commanders that choose to occupy that zone permanently a sudden and very different mix of priorities should they choose to participate in it. Somewhere like Colonia would also give exploration and mining in any expansion effort even more meaning than the bubble, so rich is it in unexplored systems. There are, however, other outposts of humanity whose further expansion could be explored as part of the future update to Trailblazers. The Coalsack Nebula, the Pleiades and the Witchhead sector all have outposts that colonization could spring from.
I have no idea about that.
Are also frequented by the Thargoids, which could potentially introduce some further wrinkles into the mix, as it seems unlikely that they would sit idly by while we casually hoover up systems that they themselves have already laid claim to. Of these potential Thargoid zones, the Witchhead sector is perhaps the most intriguing. It is, after all, just a stone's throw, in galactic terms, from the heavily permit-locked zones around Barnard's Loop, which, it is widely believed, is the home turf of the Greeny Meanies. Should colonization become an option from Witchhead space, it doesn't take a genius to work out what direction it will head in first. And then there are also anomalies on the galaxy map like the Consortium. The Consortium are a criminal faction that was added to the game back in 2022. They're so significant that they have their own entry in the Commander's Codex that spells out their lore and backstory, and yet they exist in just one star system with another altogether more legal faction, the Interstellar Mining Corps. Not only that, but more curiously, that star system is the snappily named NGC 6188 Sector LC-VC2-28. If you've never heard of that star system, don't beat yourself up too much. It's around 4,500 light years from the bubble, with nothing else around it except nebula gases and stars. To the best of our knowledge, nothing has ever happened there, and Frontier have never said why it's there. It was just suddenly added. We made a video all about the Consortium when they first arrived in the game that you can find linked on screen now. With Trailblazers and everything that comes with it, there are, as you would expect, some possible opportunities for ARX purchases. We've speculated before about the possibility of a large SCO stabilised hauling vessel that could well find a place in what we think Trailblazers has in store for us.
I guess we need hauling vessels.
I'd love to believe that some cosmetic options could be available to system architects to personalise their star system installations, but I'm not convinced that there will be a sufficient quantity of system architects in the game, certainly in the early days at the very least, to justify the expense of developing both the cosmetics and the infrastructure to place and support it in game, as cool as it would be. After all, everyone has a spaceship, not everyone will likely bother building out a star system. I'd dearly love to be wrong in that regard, however. Ultimately, what Trailblazers will deliver is likely to be time.
If you build them, they will come.
Base is going to be very, very busy for the foreseeable future, expanding first the bubble and then wherever FDev unlock next. And while we're distracted digging into that, it would be nice to think that perhaps Frontier have some time on their hands to get digging into the next big expansion in the background. Are you planning on becoming a system architect?
Yes.
Do you think mining will see new importance when Trailblazers arrives? How do you think the Thargoids would react to colonization efforts near their space? They will attack. Let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video,
alright guys,
like and subscribe.
I really highly recommend this guy.
And if you'd like to support our
I love
work here
his
at the
content.
𝗏 Pit, you can also join our Patreon.
This is
Links
the
to that
𝗏
and
Pit.
everything we've talked about in this video, you'll find.
And he's doing this
linked
for a
below.
very long
That's it
time.
for
Give
now.
him a like.
Thanks very much for watching.
And
We very
subscribe.
much look forward to seeing you next time.
And yeah. Guys, I think that's it for today. We tried to play Star Citizen. It is not working. That's why we looked into a couple of new games. We looked into updates for Elite Dangerous, which is something I highly recommend getting if you like space games. And yeah, I'm looking forward to February 26th to hear more about Elite Dangerous in 2025. But I'm also looking forward to the video coming out today, or the live stream actually, the live stream where the Star Citizen guys will talk about the current issues and hopefully what the plan is for 2025 for Star Citizen. So guys, I wish you all a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's two people, but it's his wife, I think, right? His wife and him. I saw them doing the anniversary video. Yeah, that's true. Good hint. See you guys. Take care. You too, Kraken. Delta, you too. Mr. Silver. Let's play Elite Dangerous sometimes. I would like to see Mr. Silver trying Elite Dangerous on his channel. He has a really nice channel. Check him out. Bye-bye.